Hey campers, Georgia, back in the man cave. Remember that mail call from Texas? And this guy? I looked it up. Let's check it out. So in that mail call I got from Texas, Howard sent me this guy as part of his mail call. And as you know, I'm a big Rough Rider fan. I love Rough Rider. You just can't beat their value that you get for what you pay. And yeah, I know it's made in China, but for me, I can afford them. And really, the quality is pretty good. And for what I use my knives, it works for me. So when he sent me this guy, I was like, wow, I haven't seen these before. Didn't even know they had them. And I got to tell you, it's pretty impressive. Here it is here. Look at this guy. Beautiful knife. Look at that. Well made, nice and clean, bright and shiny. And this is the Rough Rider RR2484 Black Appaloosa. And it's actually a doctor's knife or razor. And the thing that got me was, look at the handle on this thing. It is bone, believe it or not, and it is beautiful, well made. It's an unusual knife. Doctors' knives today are just, there's not that many around. And back in the day, all doctors carried a knife like this when they did house calls. You never know. There's a couple of things that are different about this guy, and I'm going to get into it. The first thing I noticed on the bolsters, and this has a pretty big, long, almost Barlow-ish bolster on it. And then you have this long handle, beautiful handle. You can see there. Very nice, beautifully polished. But the spade, the badge is a spade. And it's actually part of their spade series, which I'd never heard of. And I think there's only 4 of them, but I could be wrong. And here you can see it open. Nice and long, very long blade. It has that long match strike nail neck on it. On the other side is plain, but as you can see here, it has the false blade on the top so that you can get a nice point on it. And look at that point. Very nice. Long flat blade. Sharp. Right, they come sharp. On the tang stamp here, it'll give you the steel, which is 448, pretty typical for them, and then the model number, and it's made in China. But this was something else that was different. Look at that. See that there? It really didn't stamp very well, but it's the Rough Rider badge. Very cool. Never seen that on these. The bolsters are clean. All they have is that one line on the bolster, and that's it. You got your 3 pins. You can barely see them. And it has those black liners between the brass liners there, and of course your spring on the back here. And it is a slip joint. It does have a 90 stop on it, and then you got that. Very nice. It'll, it's not going to come undone easily. I mean, if you take it past the point there, it'll go into the 90, and then that snap. Beautiful, beautiful knife. They always mirror polish their blades. You can see that there. I haven't even wiped this guy off, and it's still shiny. 448 stainless steel. The handle, they say gray and white, smooth bone handle. Very nice. I love that. Ringed, they call this a ring by that line. Ringed nickel silver bolster, only one. Very nice. And like I said, it's that Barlow-ish shape. And of course, you got your brass liners with the black accents on them. You can see that. And then, they have the nickel silver pins on them. That always have 3 there. Very nice, very clean, well made. You can't buy something like this in the US made for what they get it for. I didn't pay for this. Like I said, it was a gift to me. Howard in Amarillo, Texas. He sent it part of a huge mail call. Bunch of stuff in this. And, you know, he knows I like Rough Rider. So he sent me this. He actually sent me 2 different ones. And I'll show you the other one in another video. But I've never seen these or the other one. This series is beautiful. And like I said, I think there's only 4. This is not available right now. I went on Smoky Mountain and had a look. The price, I believe, is this. But like I said, it's not available. You might find it maybe at Chicago Knife Works. But it's beautiful. It's a beautiful knife. And really, this, you know, these knives that they're not making them really for somebody to use them. This is a show knife. This is something you can carry in your pocket when you out and about, maybe at a dressier or a special occasion. Carry this in your pocket. Somebody needs a knife. It's a great knife to pull out. A little unusual blade, a little bit difficult to use because of the length, but it'll work, and it's nice, and it makes a nice conversation piece. And you can tell, you know, back in the day when doctors did house calls, this was part of the outfit that they brought in their little doctor's bag. They would have this for doing all the cutting that they need. And of course, if they need to dig something out, and you know that's going to sting. So some quick specs. The close length, 3.75 inches, bolster to butt. So, and of course, the length of the blade is going to be really long. Let's have a look, see. Actually, 2.5 inches right to the choil, right there, which means the cutting, the actual working edge of the blade. Very nice. Overall length, you're looking at, when it's open, 6.5 inches. It's pretty long. Unusual. Doesn't weigh as much as I thought it would. It's got a little bit of weight, but nothing unusual. Love this knife. Great style, and I'm really thankful to Howard for sending me this. Now, it really reignited my love of Rough Rider. They were the first knives I really got because of my budget, and I could afford them, but I own a bunch, and I've never been disappointed. I finally got me a collection of them, their Faded Blue Denim series. I'll put a link below. I made a little display of them. But, that had like 17. They make hundreds of them. If you've never looked at a Rough Rider, you might want to look at them. For traditional knives, you can't beat them. It came sharp. How sharp it is, I don't know. For me, it's sharp enough. You can see there, it slides right through that, no problem. So, they do come sharp. Stainless steel, so it's an easy touch-up. You can use the ceramic rod or just strop it. It'll clean it up just nice. Very nice, very clean. So there you go. Look at that. Rough Rider Spade series, the Black Appaloosa, and this is the Doctor's Knife. And they have other ones, which I'm going to go back and have a look. I might just, if they're available, I'm going to look at getting all 4 of them. Beautiful little collection. If they all look like this, wow. So there you go. You be safe out there. Even with these guys, they come sharp. I will say that. I've never been disappointed with a Rough Rider. They really come sharp. And I've cut myself more than once on these guys. Remember, it is a slip joint, does not lock. That's pretty common amongst traditional knives. People say, I love a slip joint. They're talking traditional typically. Nice snap on it. Beautiful finish. Don't forget, like, share, subscribe. Why? Things get stuck now and again. Not with Rough Rider, though. Just saying. Thanks for watching. Always appreciated. And we'll see you again soon.